invited all of yes, I invited all of our God siblings from Mauritius, South Africa, from UAE, Dubai, and Abu Dhabi, and from North America, both Canada and USA. And yes, since Raghupati Prabhu, I know we have regular meetings in North America, and this coincides also that Raghupati Prabhu, the Yatra leader in UK, um, disciple of Guru Maharaj for many, many years, that he invited me as well. So we all club in, all of us here together for the pleasure of Sri Hari Guru and the Vaishnavas to prepare Gaura conscious for all of us to be. And because in the next couple or 3 days from now, we'll be observing, celebrating grand festival, one of the grandest in the year 2026, the Lord's Appearance Day, Gaura Purnima. And maybe we can talk a little bit also of how we can observe the next festival for our Guru Maharaj Tirubhakti Mahotsav. Hopefully, we'll have ample time to mention that. And I can speak a little bit also of Madhavendra Puri, which is one of Guru Maharaj's most favorite pastimes. Is that correct, Raghupati Prabhu? I
Yes,
mean, there's
Maharaj.
no
Ma-
time at all that Guru Maharaj, he will not get tired of relating the pastimes of a pure devotee, Shimadabenda Puri. So we'll mention that also. But maybe I should mention that first, and then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then we have some time how to prepare for our Guru Maharaj's second. Is it second?
Second, yes, Maharaj.
Second Tirubhakti
Yeah,
Mahotsav.
yeah.
Okay. First of all, I would like to chant a little bit and then do the Mangala Charanam, and then we will begin our meeting, our discussion. By the way, you must have heard that one of Guru Maharaj's best friends, if I may say, His Holiness Badrinarayan Swami Maharaj, he passed away a couple of nights ago in Brindaban. Most glorious passing away of Maharaj here. Um, what else can one ask for? Very peaceful and very fully Krishna conscious. Yeah, he sat in my class. I gave class um, talking about Ruchi and Ashakti on that day. And I told Maharaj, you are a living example of a devotee who has Ruchi and Ashakti and love for Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. And then he commented that, oh, I'm still alive. He says that. I'm still alive. And one thing he's experiencing, he mentions in the class, because we're talking about ruchi, taste for chanting. And he says, yes, I'm started to have the taste. I'm starting to have a taste for chanting the holy name. He said that in the class himself. And then he was supposed to give class on the 2nd of March, the day before Gaur Purnima, but he kind of like insisted that I would like to give also on Monday, the Chaitanya Charitamrita class. So we gave that class to him, and that was his last class. If you if you have time to hear that last class of Maharaj here in Vrindavan, he's able to give some instructions for all of us that if we can follow that, then our success in Krishna consciousness is for sure, is for certain. You probably have seen clips of that lecture. It's very amazing. So yes, we're very fortunate to have his association. On the day when I gave the class morning, because I was going to um, make the announcement, so he stopped me and says, Maharaj was giving the class. I says, your servant. Your servant? Yes, Maharaj, your servant. Is it you? And then I told Maharaj, yes, I'm giving the class. And he doesn't come to all the classes even because of his health, but he came to that class, and I was very inspired. I told many things, pastimes of Guru Maharaj also. Uh, I'll start now. I hope many more will come, but whoever is here, this is being recorded, isn't it?
Yes, Maharaj, it is.
Okay. So please share us the link after this so that others, I know they're very busy. They have many things to do. I was just reading. Hmm. Busyness, if you're not busy in Krishna consciousness, that is not being busy. I'm not saying whoever is not coming here is they're very busy also, but usually this is the complaint of the grihastas. I'm so busy, I'm no time. Well, if you don't have time for chanting and hearing, that means you're not busy. Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giribharadhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giribharadhari. Yasodhanandana Braja Janarandana. Yasodhanandana Braja Janarandana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giribharadhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giribharadhari. Yasodhanandana Rajajanarandana. Yasodhanandana Rajajanarandana. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Sri Radhe. Jai Radha Madana Mohan Radha Madana Mohan Sri Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Sri Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinatha Radha Gopinatha Sri Radhe. Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Sri Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, Jaya Guru Maharaj. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Go, Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Daigo Shitana Premanande. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimati Gopal Krishna Goswami Vitamamani, Prabhupada Sahayam Pracharam Kishwan Chadu Bhagavad Padai Tino Nama. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimate Gopal Krishna Goswami Itinamine. Prabhupadasya sahityam yapakasya bhitirya cha pracharam kitavan sadhu bhagavat padayate namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurung Vaishamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vindavanispari Visabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kipashindubhya Evacha Patitanang Pravanebhyo Vaisnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So today here in Vrindavan, we are observing the Tirubhab Titi Mahotsav of Srila Madhavendra Puri. So I'd like to read something. Let me see if I can get that portion, maybe from my iPad. One verse about Madhavendra Puri so that we can have his mercy, glorifying the characteristics, the qualities, and the greatness, life of exalted Vaishnavas like Srimadhavendra Puri will be able to bestow him. He will bestow us uh, his mercy and blessings to make further advancement in Krishna consciousness. Just a second. See if it's going to come. However, I will read from my iPad. Let me see. This verse I read this morning. I also gave the class in Hindi Shrimad Bhagavatam class, even though I don't know Hindi, but someone translated it for the Hindi speaking devotees. This is Madhya Lila, chapter 4 of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhavendra Puri's devotional service. I'm sure many of you who were who came with Guru Maharaj and Parikrama, especially the Govardhan Parikrama, I'm sure that you had that experience whereby our Guru Maharaj, he would always stop in that special place in Govinda Kund, whereby the sitting place of Sri Madhavendra Puri Baitak. And there's a place after that, Yatipur, that means the village of Sri Madhavendra Puri. So it was in Govinda Kund also, the place where Madhavendra Puri was meditating. And what is the most significant contribution of Srila Madhavendra Puri is that he was the one who ignited this sentiment of loving Krishna, Radha and Krishna in separation, Vipralamba Bhav. This is the highest level of love. And of course, Srimati Radharani, she's the one who exemplified the topmost love in separation. It's called Mahabhav. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came specifically to show us as how to become a devotee. And he came as a devotee, even though he is Krishna, none other than Krishna. He manifests this loving sentiment to Lord Krishna as a devotee, utmost devotee, Srimati Radharani. So we learn many things from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but this cannot be imitated. It will come naturally, that loving separation towards the Supreme Lord. It's like most of us, if not all of us, have a little bit of that bhav or love towards our spiritual master, that after he left us physically, we also experience that loving sentiment of having that separation from our Guru Maharaj. So the intensity actually grows very, very deeper and deeper, that somehow remember, feeling of separation doesn't mean absence of one's beloved. Feeling of separation actually is remembrance, and that remembrance itself will give like the impetus for the lover to think more and more of the presence of the beloved. I hope you'll be able to understand what I'm trying to say. Feeling of separation means you are always remembering that special personality, that uh, everything that you see, Krishna is present. And I don't know, maybe many of you also have that experience, that feeling of separation from our beloved Guru Maharaj, that you see everything in relationship with him. It's a question to all of you. Now, you don't have to tell me, because this is very confidential in a sense, because anyone who has love for Krishna and feeling that sentiment that um, I have love for Krishna, he doesn't say, I have love for Krishna. Actually, he's always looking for Krishna, like the six Goswamis of Vrindavan. Ah, Hey Radhe Pike, Hey Chalalita. In Govardhan, they're looking always. But sometimes, even though Krishna is in front of them, they cannot distinguish that it is Krishna himself. Like sometimes Radharani and Krishna, they'll be together, but still they're having continuously uh, yearning, craving for that loving exchanges between each other, that even though they're already together, sometimes they will think that Krishna is not there or Radharani is not there, even though they're in front with each other. So Madhavendra Puri is like this. Is always in ecstatic mood, that when he sees a rain cloud, monsoon cloud, because this is the color of Lord Krishna, blackish blue, or blue is black, like the monsoon cloud, that he will feel unconscious. He will identify immediately, because a person who has attained that purity in his heart and his love for Krishna, he sees everything related to Krishna. It's like the gopis when they see what? The tamal tree, same color as Krishna, same tree that we have in Krishna Balaram Mandir. So when they see the tamal tree, they will embrace the tamal tree. So Madhavendra Puri is like this. He's always in meditation, he's always chanting the holy name. And his loving sentiment is so great that even the Lord stole a pot of sweet rice for him. When he was meditating, Krishna came, he gave this cowherd boy, he says, cowherd boy, a young cowherd boy came to give him a pot of milk, because he says, in my village, no one gets hungry. And I've heard from the ladies here who are in the pond that there is one sadhu here who is doing meditation, and as if also that he is not eaten for a long time. See, Madhavendra Puri, he does not depend on anybody. From the heart of his heart, his only shelter is Lord Krishna. He doesn't depend on anybody. That whatever comes along his way, if Krishna send him some food to eat, then he will eat. Another name for Lord Krishna is Bhaktavatsala. Bhaktavatsala means he always take care of his devotee. So again, I may ask you a question. Are there any instances that you can remember that Krishna has done something for you when you were in need? Another question. Was there any moment also that when you are in need, that Guru Maharaj also kind of like made an arrangement for your need to be taken care of? This is a question for all of you. Okay. I
I think
know. Huh?
so many
So many. So
examples
this
to that.
the and that is the um, reflection. We receive the mercy from the Guru, yes? And this is coming from Krishna. This is a reciprocation of Krishna through the Guru. So when you really like very sincere and because Madhavendra Puri, he doesn't have any self-interest. His love for Krishna doesn't have any conditions. No, it's like, Krishna, whatever you desire for me, let it come. I accept it. So he doesn't depend on anyone, only except Krishna. So that is very high. That's very high level of bhakti. That his disciple Isvarapuri gave initiation to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why we were connected to Madhavendra Puri. And before that, in the line of Gaudiya tradition, no one else, nobody else has experienced this intense love of separation that Madhavendra Puri showed. Nobody. And it's like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the source of everything. Everything comes from him. It's none other than Krishna. But at the same time, as if it fructify more intensely in the life of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That feeling of separation in Jagannath Puri, as soon as he had darshan of Jagannath, because he's in the mood of Radharani, and after a long time he has never seen a darshan of Krishna in the form of Jagannath, he fell unconscious. What to say of his last days in the Gambira room? He was so much in feeling of separation. Sometimes he would scratch his face to the wall, or he will go and run in the middle of the night in the samudra, in the ocean, and no one can stop him. They will even locked up the room, and somehow he is able to get out. He's always looking for Krishna. So a devotee, a genuine devotee, who has pure love for Lord Krishna, he will be always looking for Krishna, even though he already achieved Krishna. Hmm? And Madhavendra Puri is always looking for service. This is the mood also of our Guru Maharaj. Service for him, he never stopped. That even in his last few days, when he had that last incident in this pastime, he told one of the devotees that I have not done enough for Srila Prabhupada. I have not done enough service for Srila Prabhupada. And that's why he's always serving. He's always serving Srila Prabhupada. So this should be also our mood. The more one makes advancement in Krishna consciousness, his humility goes deeper and deeper, and his being grateful also will always be there. Two things. So we can check ourselves. Actually, we can check ourselves if I am making advancement or not in Krishna consciousness. If am I becoming proud? Do I think myself very important? Madhavendra Puri never thinks himself very important that when um, Gopinath stole a pot of sweet rice for him, he immediately thought, I better leave the place. I better go to Jagannath Puri immediately. Why? Because if the people knows and they've heard that Gopinath stole sweet rice for me, Amrita Kelly, Uttama Radhika Mataji, and Arti were there just recently. You're very fortunate. Yes. Then they will start to glorify me. They will start to praise me. So better go immediately. Try not to be praised. This is the formula also of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Madhavendra Puri exemplified that. Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriva Saisnuna Amanena Manadena Kirtanaya Sadari. So he went immediately to Jagannath Puri, even in the middle of the night. But when he arrived in Jagannath Puri, everyone already understood, everyone is known to everyone that Gopinath stole sweet rice for Madhavendra Puri. So I cannot figure it out because in those days there is no Air India, there is no there is no Indigo Airlines, there's not even train, there is no buses. Everyone is on foot or carriage. What do you call this? Yes, Tonga carriage. But when he reached Jagannath Puri, everyone is talking about him. They were praising him. So the government immediately gave him this desired request by Gopal in Govardhan because he's feeling very hot to give him this sandalwood and camphor. So yes, am I being proud because I made so many devotees? Many are offering obeisances to me, falling flat and obeisances to me. Am I really like, hey, you should worship me more, you should praise me more? No, this is the opposite. A person who is very advanced in Krishna consciousness is so much humble that he feels the most unqualified devotee, that he doesn't have love. And this is Madhava. So one, I can say also our Guru Maharaj is like this in a sense because he's very humble, very simple. Um, Guru Maharaj has all the qualities of a pure devotee, but one that I see that excels the most is his humility. He never criticizes anybody. It doesn't matter. One will criticize him and he will not say anything. I had some experience that even some will say negative things about him, but he will not retaliate. He will see himself always in a very humble position. So the more one becomes qualified uh, to be known as a devotee, he feels unqualified, the most unqualified, and he doesn't criticize anybody. He doesn't expect any respect, accept or expect respect for himself. He doesn't do that. So Madhavendra Puri is like that. So we can grade ourselves whether we are making advancement or not. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also exemplified, since we are going to observe his appearance day in few days' time, in 3 days' time, actually. I don't know, in North America, do you also observe on the 4th or the 3rd of March?
The third, Maharaj.
The third, okay, is the same. But there is an eclipse. So just imagine that. There is also an eclipse on that day. Here in Brindavan, I don't know if you follow that in the West, we close the altar a certain time and open the altar certain time after the eclipse is over. We'll be closing the eclipse during that time, 9 o'clock, from 9 o'clock till 7 o'clock. And then we will do the Abhishek at 7:30 after the Gaura Artik. But all the activities, all the offerings, all the artics will still continue behind closed doors. This is in Brindavan. Hmm? So that was 540 years ago. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. Am I correct? 1486. Yes?
Yes,
Is it
Maharaj.
correct? And 2026. Anyone is good in math? You can subtract that. That will be 540. Actually, for the Vaishnavas, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we celebrate this as our new year. This is our new year. On the appearance day of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's like, there is a Gregorian calendar. We start the new year on 1st of January, or Chinese New Year. They have also their New Year, Chinese. But in our tradition, we start the New Year, Gaurabda. So it's called Gaurabda year on the appearance day of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we were very fortunate also that the first day of the festival, Gaur Purnima festival in Mayapur, Shida Mayapur, we were there. And somehow or other, they asked me to speak also for a few minutes. It's very humbling because I'm just like a mosquito amongst the elephants there. There's so many GBCs, sannyasis, even Jaipatak Maharaj was there, and they asked me to speak because of Guru Maharaj. They were remembering Guru Maharaj because he's always there. All the Gaur Purnima festivals, right from the very beginning. And he will also make a speech about the first day, the hoisting of the flag, Garuda. And Brajabilas Prabhu asked me to speak. So it's very humbling. But I have to do it because humility means you come forward. I mentioned this before. Humility means coming forward and say something which is beneficial for everyone. And it was an amazing experience. I think it was the second time that they asked me. Last year also they did. So in any case, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very special. He's coming. Actually, he comes once in 1,000 Kali Yugas. That means 999 Kali Yugas, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't come. And when he comes, that's recently, 540 years ago, every Kali Yuga, the Dharma, by which one can be delivered from the cycle of repeated birth and death is Harinam, Sankirtan, Yuga Dharma. This is the Yuga Dharma, Sankirtan. Samyak. Samyak means complete and Kirtan means glorification. So not every Kali Yuga, Braja Prem is being distributed freely to everyone, irregardless of one's caste, creed, nationality, religion, or color. No. The only qualification, the one will accept this is that if he is sincere, if he is serious. It says that the most unqualified, even the most unqualified, even the most sinful, they can also receive the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Remember this verse? Who can tell us? Namo Maha Vadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namni Gaura Tuise Namaha. So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this was a verse that was recited by Srila Rupa Goswami, saying that you are the most magnificent incarnation of the Supreme Lord because you are giving freely love of Godhead to everyone. It doesn't matter young or old, man or woman, literate or illiterate, poor or rich, anybody. The only qualification is that one has to be sincere, just like in the pastimes of Jagai and Madhai. Madhai, he hurt Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was ready to cut with his Sudarshan Chakra the heads of Madhai and Jagai. But Lord Nityananda Prabhu forgive them, and he told Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that if you harm them, if you kill them, then your purpose of coming will be defeated. You are the most merciful. So actually, Jagai stopped him. He was gonna hit me one more time, Madai. When the two brothers asked Lord Nityananda, what is your name? Lord Nityananda says, I am an Abadut. So they understood an Abadut means a very highly elevated personality. Seemingly, they transgress moral values or being, they act in such a way extraordinarily, the more than general class of people, but they're very advanced. So sometimes we've seen Abadutas here in some villages when we traveled in Vrindavan. They go naked. They don't wear any clothes. I mean, they're very detached. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he's very detached, he's very advanced. He will play with the crocodiles. He will take off his shirt and he will wrap around his head like a gopa. He will walk around naked, and he will also sat on the lap of the wife of Srinivas and take the milk from her like a baby. So Jaga, he understood, oh, we should not harm him again. So he told Madhai, please stop. So because of this, Jagai stopping Madhai, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, if Lord Nityananda will pardon you, I will also pardon you. I will also forgive you. So in this way, how much mercy Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed to everyone, that even Srila Prabhupada says, because we are followers of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so we should also give this knowledge or this love to everyone, um, irregardless of anyone's position, that whomever we meet, we also, as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says also, whomever you meet, tell them about Krishna. So, let me see here. I have some notes that I would like to give you some informations because, as Guru Maharaj says, don't remain as don't remain as neophytes. Prabhupada says that also. At least come to the Madhyam platform. Because in the Madhyam platform, and Guru Maharaj also wanted all of us to preach. Guru Maharaj also, he wanted us to help this mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan, and under the auspices of where we belong, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, Srila Prabhupada has established, and this year we'll be also observing the 60th anniversary of incorporation of ISKCON. That's why in my schedule, I added New York again. I have to come back. They'll be observing that 60th anniversary in New York City, where everything all started. Matchless Gifts, 26 Second Avenue. They'll be held on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of August. I'm sure it will coincide on that TT when the incorporation of our movement was established by Srila Prabhupada. So, yes, our Guru Maharaj is very much appreciative, especially when he will know that the disciples are preaching. Am I correct? Anyone of you would like to confirm this? Adwaita, Acharya Prabhu, is this correct?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yes. He will ask few things. How is your rounds? How is your chanting? And how is your preaching? He would like to encourage all the time. The disciples will have a Bhakti Briksha program, some kind of training program, so that those newcomers will also come up to the level that they will take Krishna consciousness seriously. So if you don't mind, because I will consider actually, I'll consider all of you to be leaders, following in the footsteps of our Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj is an ideal leader. He's like one of the generals in Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission, being deployed by Srila Prabhupada to spread Krishna consciousness, either through book distribution, either through establishing temples, or prasadam distribution. His service to Srila Prabhupada is very, very highly commendable. And also because his contribution is such in a degree that very difficult to do. That's why he is a very unique personality in our movement. And we want to follow in his footsteps. Everyone is a leader here. Either your parents, you have to be leaders also to your children. You are having managerial position at the temple, leader. Or even conducting a Bhakti Briksha program at home. We have to set the highest example so that others will be inspired and follow what you tell them to do, your instructions. But better than that is like, what? Excerpt is better than, what was that? Example is better than precept. So a genuine leader, like our Guru Maharaj, through his example, we should imbibe from him in this way. So how can you set a good example for others, following in the footsteps of Guru Maharaj, being one of the main generals in Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement? Whenever possible, join Harinam. Who joins Harinam? I know Uttamarati Kamataji, she goes regularly Harinam with Balabhadra. Am I correct, Mataji?
Not
Yes,
right
there's
now, Maharaj. That was some time back, like last year or 2 years
yes.
back. Now I'm not able to go.
Provided your health
Yes, that
is
is
all
why.
right.
That is why.
Perfect. Okay. But then if you cannot go outside, then you can have satsanga, have kirtan at home. It's like I'm sure many of you who are going monthly program at least um, have God siblings association. Is very enlivening, isn't it? You hear about Guru Maharaj, you chant together, and have strong bonding amongst each other. Many devotees, God siblings all over the world, they're doing that. I've been to some places and they're not having it, so they have a little bit of problems, relationship problems amongst each other. Um, that is not good. That is not good. The more we associate with each other, and especially now that we have god nephews or god nieces been initiated by um, the god brothers of ours, that should be they should be also included in the satsanga at home. Join Harinam whenever possible. So if it is not possible, keep the Harinam spirit. Means you can chant anywhere and everywhere. There's no such thing as, oh, I cannot chant because I forgot my japamala. No, you can chant anytime. My mother, one time I was driving her to Laguna, one of the temples, and I forgot my japamala. And I says, oh no, I forgot my japamala. Then my mother says, well, you can still chant without your japamala. So, irregardless of time, place, and circumstance, whether in happiness or distress, especially when you are having a big challenge in your life, the only shelter is the holy name. Either you have problems with your health or finances or relationships or whatever. The holy name is the main panacea. Speak Krishna Katha openly. Distribute pasaram. So I hope, because Gurmas also, this is one of how we can improve and make advancement. Always have our strict morning program. I know some of you, they're very strict, right on time, like temple program, and always hear Bhagavad Gita and Shrimad Bhagavatam every day. We try to deliver as many conditioned souls as much as possible, following in the footsteps of our Guru Maharaj and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'm just telling you more practical ways how we can remember Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gaur Purnima because of our being part of the Sankirtan mission. Leela, I can speak more, but I think I'm speaking more of a practical way because there is no other alternative to this in how we can attract Krishna the most if we help in the Sankirtan mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Krishna says that also in the Bhagavad Gita, that there is no one dearer to me than those who give this knowledge to others. So the more we can help in this Sankirtan mission, the better. Try to study Srila Prabhupada's books, and be able to defend our Siddhanta, so that we can establish Bhakti Siddhanta. the truth, the end of knowledge about the nature of Bhakti Yoga. We should be able to preach, talk about the soul, Krishna as a person, Bhakti as relationship, and the holy name as the direct contact with Lord Krishna. It says here, spiritual life is not becoming nothing. This is Mayavad. They think attaining spiritual life means I am nothing. But it is becoming a servant of the all-attractive person, Krishna. See, when we do, I was asked this question. Yes, we do practice this sadhana bhakti, we chant Hare Krishna, but still it's up to Krishna to award us love of God. It is not how we practice. The process is not how we apply the process. It is how pure is our intention while we're doing bhakti. This is the one that will attract Krishna. As teachings also of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So yes, as much as possible, as Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj says also, don't consider ourselves as guests anymore when we come to the mandir. We should ask, it's like Prabhupada asked his Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He asked him in Radhakund, how may I serve you? Even I think Martin Luther King also, he asked that when he made the speech. Ask, what's that? Don't ask what the country will
John
do
Kennedy,
for you.
Maharaj.
What is that? What is that?
John
What is that
Kennedy, the
saying?
president at that time.
Kennedy.
Ask not what you can do for your country. Sorry, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Yes. This applies in bhakti. This applies in bhakti. We should not be always, hey, what's the temple gonna do for me? What we should ask, what can I do? What can I serve? How can I serve? How can I help Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission? How can I continue serving our Guru Maharaj? This should be our question, isn't it? Always cultivate gratitude. This is the doorway to higher taste. Avoiding offenses, chant attentively, and cultivate gratitude. And always think, how can I please Krishna and the devotees today? Or do something that there is no need for others to see what you're doing in serving the Supreme Lord. That is very high level of bhakti, because in the beginning, we always wanted to be noticed. We always wanted to be pat at the back that we're doing good. But if our motive is do something which is like unknown for others to see or hear, but our motive is just to serve Krishna, the spiritual master, and the Vaishnavas, that is the perfection. That is the perfection. That means one ultimately will make more and more advancement in Krishna consciousness. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught us leadership by example. I'm more talking about the teachings and instead of the lila that you may read yourself, but the teachings I think is more important. How do we do this? Like Gundicha cleansing. Remember that pastime of the Supreme Lord, before Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra will, because from the Jagannath temple, there'll be a long procession parade going towards Grand Trunk Road, going to Gundicha Mandir. That before Ratha Yatra, we will do that also. So, in that pastime is like the cleansing of our heart, so that ultimately the Supreme Lord will reside. But even right now, the Lord is residing within our heart as Paramatma. But a pure devotee of the Lord, he does not see only the Paramatma. He actually sees Krishna, the three-bending form, Tribanga, wearing a yellow silk dhoti with a peacock feather on his head and playing flute with his hand. This is the pure devotee sees Krishna within his heart. And not just Krishna, the whole of Vrindavan, all of the eternal associates of the Supreme Lord. And that day will come. Hopefully sooner, before we leave this body, Krishna will be so kind and merciful to us that we'll be able to have that darshan of the Lord. Provided that we clean our heart. And part of cleaning our heart is cleaning our relationship with others, both devotees and non-devotees. We should be very understanding. We should be so mature that we can put ourselves into their shoes and understanding their position or their conditioning. Again, that is part of making advancement in Krishna consciousness. Try to learn how to apologize, genuine apology, not just lip service or Prabhuji, I apologize, but within his heart, he's wanted to revenge and think ill of the other person. Try to reconcile if there is some difference. It's like in India, when the father is about to die, then the children, they will go search if the father owes anything. If the father has some enemies, and they try to reconcile things so that the father will live one's body peacefully. Okay, one more. Clean our habits, reduce useless talk. Unnecessary talks like prajalpa. Don't even talk with another talk with another devotee of another devotee. Talk with another devotee about another devotee and finding faults. That's criticism. That is aparad. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, we only need two things to go back home, back to Godhead. Constantly chant the holy name of the Lord, sincerely, without any offenses, and don't criticize anybody, devotees or non-devotees. We think, oh, I have to be careful not to criticize devotees, but one should also be careful not to criticize non-devotees. Have a clean heart when we do some service. That means it should be unmotivated. As Prabhupada says, unalloyed. Unalloyed. It's like when he was in Boston, he was walking and he saw a bridge. He says, unalloyed steel. Unalloyed steel means no mixture of any alloys. That's why unalloyed. So that means pure. So if our motive, if our heart is pure, then very soon, once again, will make advancement in Krishna consciousness. And if we don't do this cleansing of the heart, like in the Gundicha Mandir, then our heart becomes hard. What does that mean? Our heart becomes hard. It is also mentioned that our heart can be made of different materials. Sometimes our heart, someone we can call, oh, that devotee has a heart of gold. Or sometimes you say, oh, that devotee, his heart is very hard. Or sometimes we'll say, oh, be careful of that devotee because that devotee's heart is very fragile. You say something touchy, the devotee will become hurt and the devotee will not talk with you again. You have this experience? Like that kind of devotee? Mm-hmm. So cleansing our heart, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, this is very important. And ultimately, please, because again, this summer, we decided to have a get together of the God siblings. I'm just connecting all of this so that you can also have, you can have it in UK, you can have it in Mauritius, you can have it in UAE. Some of you maybe are attending there. It's like this summer, July 4th weekend, we're gonna have a God siblings together to again solidify more of a remembrance of Guru Maharaj being the center of our life, remind us of and recollections. You can do that also if you do it on the disappearance day of Guru Maharaj. So ultimately, each and every cities or yatra, they will have some kind of gathering to commemorate the second disappearance day anniversary year, second disappearance year of our Guru Maharaj. That's in Vrindavan. We will be observing that on 14th of April. I'm not sure. Is that the same time also, Raghupati Prabhu? And
Yes, Maharaj, it is 14th.
yeah, and I think it is also in US, in Canada. So we should prepare on that day. In our Gaudiya tradition, actually, the disappearance day is more sacred than the Vyasa Puja. They're equal, but at the same time, the disappearance is more memorable. It is not a time of lamentation, that's partly, but also it's a time of remembrance of how Guru Maharaj has lived his life as an exemplary devotee, a disciple himself to Srila Prabhupada, and we should follow in his footsteps. So remembering him on that day is very, very special, is very solemn, but at the same time is a kind of victory. It's like the passing of Haridas Thakur. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he carried himself with his arms, Haridas Thakur, and they did a very big celebration also, preparing so many offerings. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he himself begged for the preparations of the big feast for Haridas Thakur. So locally, you should also invite Prabhupada's disciples on that day, as much as possible, if it can be done. At the temple, I know in UK last year they did it at the Bhaktivedanta Manor, and they invited many senior Prabhupada's disciples, because glorifying Guru Maharaj on that day um, purifies more of our heart. Glorifying the Vaisnavas is very purifying, cleanses all of the dirty things within our heart. And this should be open for everyone. It is not just within our God siblings that we should do it, because they will also get benefited who will attend the Tirubhav Titi Mahotsav, isn't it? Am I correct here?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yes. So, and I'm sure that Guru Maharaj will be so happy if we include many devotees, especially on this special occasion of Tirubhav Titi Mahotsav of Guru Maharaj. I know some of you are already planning to come to Vrindavan. We may not have the same 3 days program in Vrindavan, but we will have a special program here, at least for one day. And I'm not sure whether Nitya Krishna Prabhu also is arranging for a trip to Kurukshetra.
Yes, Maharaj. Whoever is coming from, we're not doing the full 3-day trip like we did last time, but
Yes.
we arrange for anyone coming internationally
Yeah.
a 1-day trip from Vrindavan.
Would like to thank you for that special arrangement that you and the other devotees in Kurukshetra did. And again, because this is one of the last projects of Guru Maharaj personally, he coordinated and directed how the temple will look like in Kurukshetra. So we are urging you to help also complete this project once and for all. Maybe they'll be inaugurating next year. Is that correct?
That is the
Nitya?
hope. Yes, Maharaj. That is, we're hoping we'll have some more updates in about 6 to 8 weeks. But yes, within
Yeah.
or by early next year is the plan.
Yes. If there is a will, there is a way. And this project, especially Guru Maharaj did not ask the whole world like TOVP.
Yes.
Yes, this is like the efforts of all the God siblings with their love for Guru Maharaj is being put so that the completion of this project, which will preach to thousands and thousands of people who comes to Kurukshetra. Again, the glories of the Bhagavad Gita will be magnified so many times, and Srila Prabhupada's glories as well. Guru Maharaj doesn't want any glories, but automatically he's part of that temple, so he'll be also glorified by the whole ISKCON community. And then after that, I would like to urge you all to please help the OVP, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's land, Audaryadham, the land of mercy, the land of compassion. I I gave a speech also. The Yagyashala, this is the grandest Yagyashala, place of sacrifice, fire sacrifice, yagya. Yeah, this on the side of TOVP just a few weeks ago. So they asked me to speak again. Somehow I'm being put in a hot seat in Mayapur to speak. So I told, and many gurus were there, many GVCs and sannyasis. I told them that if all the gurus will combine all of the dakshina under Vyasa Puja to be donated to the TOBP, this TOBP would have been completed long time ago. Like our Guru Maharaj, again, I mentioned our Guru Maharaj. I told everyone, our Guru Maharaj, because I was the one who gave this idea to Braja Vilas. Why don't you go to the Vyasa Puja of Guru Maharaj and raise funds? And Guru Maharaj, he will give all of the dakshina to the OVP. And Braja Vilas Prabhu says, after Guru Maharaj, we don't have that much biggest supporter for the OVP. So I'd like to request and urge you that first, let's help Kurukshetra project to be finished, and then we'll all rally up because this TOBP very dear to Guru Maharaj also. Srila Prabhupada commissioned Ambarish Prabhu is giving 10 million US dollars this year to match up the donations that are coming. He's giving 10 million. He already gave 30 plus another 10, so 40 million. So if you have any millions of dollars in one of your pockets, don't hesitate. Please give. If you pledge already and you already whatever you committed before has been given, pledge again if you have any other extra Lakshmi. So I think I will stop here now. I mentioned a few things about Gaur Purnima, taking vows, that I will chant my rounds with more sincerity, attentively, because this is like a new year. It is like January 1st or December 31st. We try to make a list of New Year's resolution. So Gaur Purnima also, we should try to make a list of our New Year's resolution to offer to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada, and our dearmost Guru Maharaj. It is not like the normal, like New Year's resolution that you only follow for one day or 1 week or 1 month, and then it'll be forgotten. It has to be for the rest of our life as much as possible. Okay, I'll stop here now.
Thank you,
Took us an
Maharaj.
hour. I'm sorry.
Very, very
Jai
inspiring.
Prabhu
Very
from
inspiring.
Vancouver. Is it okay
Hare
if
Krishna.
there's any question or comment, Raghupati Prabhu?
Yeah, there's a comment here from, let's see.
Jai Govinda.
Okay.
Jai Govinda Prabhu. Before
Hare
you
Krishna
read,
Maharaj.
right, Jai Govinda, one of the senior most disciple of Guru Maharaj in the West Coast
Hare
of Canada.
Krishna. Yeah, when you get older, when your body gets older, you're considered senior. Thank you.
No, senior means you got initiated first.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. I really like the practical things that you were saying. I have three very simple comments. First of all, Kurukshetra, I had the privilege of going last year, and I want to, and
Yeah,
anyone that did not have that opportunity, I really encourage you to go. And Nitya Krishna Prabhu and his wife, the amazing hosts, and they did a fantastic job without any
oh,
request for anything. But it was so nice that you had to, your heart just melted, and you had to, support the project. And it's such an amazing project. To see pictures of it from afar is one thing, but to actually go there and see the project, it's absolutely unbelievable. So I encourage everybody, if you get the opportunity, to go to Kurukshetra, and of course go to Vrindavan. And two other points regarding Guru Maharaj's point about everybody preaching. 2015, Kartik, I went to
Mm,
Delhi. I was there in Delhi when Maharaj was doing an initiation, and
mm.
every new initiate that came up, Prabhupada, the usual thing. Guru Maharaj, the usual. What are the four regulative principles? How many rounds? And he said, and you must preach. Everyone had to say that as one of the regulative principles, just to give you the indication that Maharaj really wanted everybody to preach. And the third point is, as Rupanuga Prabhu mentioned, you brought up John Kennedy's statement, not ask what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. We could
Yes.
expand that a little bit. Ask not what ISKCON can do for you, but ask what you can do for ISKCON. Because Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj always wanted us to stick together and support
Right.
ISKCON. So those are some very important,
I
some
mentioned
points.
that also, that when we go to the temple, we should not expect what temple should do for us. And also, similarly, following in the footsteps of Guru Maharaj, I want all of my disciples also learn how to preach. You God siblings, you should preach also, but my disciples, I ask them to read, study, and apply practically what they've learned from Srila Prabhupada's books, and as much as possible, take Bhakti Sastri course. At least Bhakti Sastri. Then we can defend our Siddhanta, and it will help convince others to take up the process of Krishna consciousness. Being part of ISKCON means we are a preaching movement. We're a Sankirtan movement. Everyone is preaching, even the cooks, the pujaris, everyone, book distributors, prasadam distributors, everyone is preaching. And at least set a good example as grihastas, parents to your children. Do the best you can and inspire them, encourage them, the whole family to take up the process. That is the smallest way you can do if you cannot do any other things. Thank you, Jai Govinda Prabhu.
Maharaj, there's a comment from Devi Bhakti Mataji. A question: Are
Yes.
there any God siblings in Ottawa area that
In Ottawa, this is
she
in
wants to
Canada.
connect to? Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I can answer that.
yeah,
There is
please.
in Ottawa. Their name is Adi. Sorry. Anyway, Nirantara Mataji and Adi something. Adi Sham.
Oh, you contact Divya Bhakti Mataji. Please contact Krupanuga Prabhu. He'll connect you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I'm planning to go to Ottawa. I'll be releasing my schedule very soon. I'm just fine tuning because I try to cover as many cities as possible. Some cities I'll be only going for 2 days. There are a couple of cities I'm going for 1 day each, but they're 2 hours driving difference. But I will show you. In UK, I'll be going soon also.
Yes, Maharaj. This year you are giving class at Soho Street on listening to Durdasi, and then you'll be also giving lectures at Bhaktivan Manor. So those
Thank you very
lectures will
much
be
for
arranged.
engaging me. Why I'm going. Not to enjoy, not to go sightseeing. Guru Maharaj never go sightseeing. No. And I'm hoping that the Yatra leaders in North America will give me opportunity to serve in a way that will be more effective, our visits. Yes. Any other points?
You mentioned Bhakti Shastri for your disciples, but there's a comment here from Divya Bhakti Mataji. Gopal Hari Prabhu is giving a wonderful Bhakti Shastri courses. So devotees who are in North America, certainly
Sure.
they can join. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those who are in the UK, they can study with me. So I'll be teaching at the College of Vedic Studies in Leicester, Bhakti Shastri, and they can also study Bhakti Vaibhav with me.
Definitely. we're also an educational institution, this Krishna consciousness movement. And actually, Prabhupada says that all of my disciples should take this Bhakti Sastri course one time. Then Bhakti Vai Baba, if you have time. Then Bhakti, what? Bhakti Vedanta.
Bhaktivedanta and Bhakti Sarvabhauma.
You know who is the first devotee who reached that Bhakti Sarvabhauma?
Jayapatak Maharaj. His Holiness Jayapatak
Jayapatak
Maharaj.
Swami Maharaj. Can you imagine that? It's very inspiring, isn't it?
It's amazing. Simply amazing.
There are for those who cannot attend a weekly program, there are set questions that you can have. If you qualified for that, you just answer those questions. It'll be an open book question, but you have to answer those questions.
Yeah. So what was
they give you like multiple choice out of 20. But then you have to read. You cannot answer it without reading.
Yes, Maharaj. There's coursework for devotees who are senior and have been studying Prabhupada books, but they may not be able to attend regular weekly or daily courses. So they can simply do the exam. So what you're saying, Maharaj, is actually true. This has been authorized by the Ministry of Education in ISKCON.
Yeah.
Yes, senior devotees can do it.
Were you connected with the VIH now?
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah, thank you for that. I had meeting with Prashanta Mataji. So yeah, thank you.
Right.
That's really
yes. You can conduct also for devotees in North America. There is no limit to taking up this process. Okay, anything else before we adjourn? Any questions?
If there's no question, then I just want to thank you, Maharaj, on behalf of all the devotees today from different yatras, to give such a solid lecture. You have touched upon so many things and many practical instructions. So I think this is a perfect prelude to our Gaura Purnima festival. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Shukriya.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you,
Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Thank you
Hare
so
Krishna.
much.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Dandava pranams.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.